This is Josh and I'm Erin. We recently started documenting our travels around the world, hoping it will inform, inspire and entertain. Subscribe to join the adventure.
It's a full-on attack of the senses. You walk past a stall and you get the smell of some amazing food. And you breathe deeper and then you suddenly just get this waft of species. And then you get almost run over by a bike.
India is the 7th largest country in the world, and with 29 states, a distance of over 3,000 kilometres from the top to the bottom, and a hell of a lot to see in between, planning a trip there can be a daunting task. We just got back from 5 months backpacking all over India. We went north, we went south, we hit the beautiful beaches of Goa and explored the jaw-dropping landscapes of the Himalayas. And so to make your planning a little less overwhelming, we put together a list of our favourite places that we discovered along the way. While going through all our footage, I worked out that we visited 25 different places in India, and we still had so much more to see. So whittling this list down has not been an easy task. But I think we've landed on a pretty great mix of culture, history, relaxation and just purely beautiful places. So here it is, in no particular order, the 7 best places you should visit in India. Kicking things off, Alleppey. Alleppey sits just off the coast in the state of Kerala, a huge area spanning up around a quarter of India's western coastline. While we love the whole of Kerala with its beautiful hilly tea plantations and lush green national parks, Alleppey was definitely a special spot for us both. Famous for its meandering canals and backwaters, it really does give you the opportunity to get away from the hustle and bustle of crazy India. And hands down, the best way to explore the backwaters? By boat. Houseboat, to be exact. We spent 2 nights over Christmas relaxing, exploring and soaking up the beautiful scenery here. A night on one of these famous houseboats will set you back around £80 a night. That's for 2 people in one room, including breakfast, lunch and dinner. Prices do vary hugely depending on the time of year, the luxuriousness of your boat and also the amount of people. But fear not, this is India and therefore haggling is always an option. So while a houseboat wasn't exactly in keeping with our backpacker budget, this is an experience you just won't get anywhere else in India. Alleppey also happens to be the most southern of our 7 spots, so I'll work our way up from here to Hampi. Where do I even begin? Hampi was definitely my favourite place in the whole of India and takes top spot for me. It's around 8 hours inland from Goa and is a place exploding with history and has the best landscape I have ever seen. It is utterly captivating and I'd recommend just renting a bike and spend your days exploring, getting lost and just see what you discover. We're just at the top of the hill where all the temples are and the view is out of this world. It's even more amazing than I could have ever imagined. Take a look at this. This place is just incredible. The views and just the history, everything about it is just mind-blowing. I could stay here forever. The town of Hampi itself covers a small area of just 41 square kilometres. However, the ruins surrounding it go on for miles and miles. It's hard to believe that what used to be the 2nd largest civilization on Earth has now been reduced to ruins with a population of just 2,700 people. It doesn't even have phone reception. The history of Hampi is an in-depth and fascinating story, so make sure to go check out our 2 episodes that will dive deeper into this incredible place. The land that history left behind left a huge impression on both of us, and I cannot recommend it enough. I promise if you make the journey to Hampi, you will not be disappointed. It's hard to follow on from that, but next we're heading to the beaches of Goa. Located on the west coast, Goa is like no other place in India. We spent over 3 weeks here volunteering at Jungle Hostel in Vagator, North Goa, and got to discover some of the amazing beaches around there. But North Goa is actually famous for its party scene. Both Indians and foreigners flock to Goa from all over the world to get a taste of the crazy raves that go on here. If you're up for a party, then North Goa is the place for you. I'd also highly recommend volunteering. We had the best time there, and for people like us with time to spare but no money to spend, it is a great option. Dinner was a success.
Yay! It was so amazing.
If you head around 3 hours south, you'll reach Palolem, South Goa. A much more chilled, beachy vibes kind of place, with amazing wildlife and heaps to keep you entertained. We went kayaking, dolphin watching, found some brilliant beaches and were spoilt with beaming sunsets every night.
We're going on a very calm boat trip. See some eagles, going to Eagle Rock. Is it Eagle Rock?
No, it's feeding the eagle, and there is a balancing rock. It's called magic stone as well.
Magic
So
stone.
the stone is just...
Wow.
You can feel the breeze of the wings. Yeah.
That was an amazing morning. Also, Goa in general has so many fantastic restaurants and is super vegan friendly, so Josh was in his element.
I love tofu.
Goa is a fab spot if you're wanting a bit of a break from real India and you're craving some Western comforts. Moving further north, Mumbai. The crazy, ever-moving metropolis, India's economic powerhouse and the home of Bollywood. Mumbai is a sensory overload. It's home to Asia's biggest slum, and that is well worth a visit. We both came out with a completely different view on what life is like inside the Dhabi slum, and the immense sense of community in there was something that really shocked us both. I'd recommend spending a few days here to really get to know it and delve deep into the culture, history, and soak up that Indian atmosphere. Something that we managed to tick off both our bucket lists whilst in Mumbai really was the highlight for me. We got tickets to the India versus Australia one-day international cricket match. Oh, and what a day it was.
The atmosphere in here is absolutely off the charts.
The Indians go mad for their cricket. A lot of people said that Wankhede Stadium is the best place to go see a cricket game in India, and I can't imagine it getting any better than that. So make sure when you're in Mumbai, go and see a cricket game. Next up, Jaipur, the Pink City. In 1876, Jaipur's Maharaja had the whole city painted pink for the arrival of Queen Victoria. And to this day, it's a tradition that the locals are required to continue by law. It's got amazing markets that go on forever, beautiful buildings, and is a rare Indian city that we found you can just wander around and see what you find. We had some of our best experiences in Jaipur, just really random, fun, hilarious experiences. We were there over Holi, the festival of colour, and so the whole city were out in force and the place was on fire, literally. They had huge bonfires everywhere. If you're planning a trip around March, then make sure you have time for Holi festivities. It's a celebration you won't want to miss out on. Moving on, we reach Amritsar, one of the friendliest and most welcoming places we went, and we loved it. Amritsar is located right next to the Pakistani border in the state of Punjab, a place known for its amazing food. But while the food here is full of flavour, it's a killer on your waistline. You've been warned. Amritsar is heavily populated with Sikhs and has a totally different vibe to anywhere else we experienced. We got up to so much in Amritsar, and I think it takes a close second behind Hampi for my favourite spot.
I think we're getting some food. We just left our hostels, and the first corner we got to, like, there's this craziness going on. There's all this food being handed out. There's some sort of festival going on. It's absolutely crazy.
The Golden Temple is just incredible. It has the biggest community kitchen in the world. I mean, if that doesn't make you want to go, I don't know what will. The place even warranted its own episode, so make sure to go check that out.
Look how big these are. I can't believe how enormous the pots that they cook with are.
From encountering the warm, welcoming hospitality of local villagers to the absolutely mental experience we had at the Pakistan-India border ceremony.
You probably can't hear anything that I'm saying, but the craziest thing is this is such a big celebration. It's not what I was expecting at all.
Amritsar is non-stop, fun-filled, laugh-a-minute kind of place. And by far full of the loveliest people you'll find on this crazy subcontinent. Okay, last up, but by no means least, we head into the Himalayas and to the mountain town of Manali. Manali is in the state of Himachal Pradesh and is known as a backpacker's haven, but also a popular honeymoon spot. Not the most likely of combinations, I know. We spent just over a week here, and it's a great place to recharge and relax. It's got some incredible hikes and the views are to die for. Go grab yourself a tea, sit in the sun and just soak in that mountain air. It's a welcome break after the rest of India, trust me. Something we did not ever expect to be doing in India, but was a serious highlight. Skiing in the Himalayas. Yep, just saying that puts a huge smile on my face. Around 30 minutes from Manali is the skiing resort of Salang Valley. And I use the word resort extremely lightly here. Got our retro onesies on. Josh is just giving Krishna and Sky like the basics of skiing. Then we're gonna head up one of the 2 runs here. The most hilarious thing about the ski resort is that there's 2 kilometers of ski runs, and not even good ski runs. They're like reds and blues, so like beginner slopes. And there's only 2 kilometers.
And these lot are going sledging on plastic, a piece of plastic, not in a plastic bag, just a piece of plastic.
I've had the best day today. I literally haven't stopped smiling. My cheeks actually hurt from laughing so much today. It's been so good. So if you're into your winter sports, you like hiking, or even if you just want to chill and get away from the madness, you won't find a better place than Manali. So that's it. Our top 7 must-sees in India. Everywhere we've mentioned here has its own episode in our India series, so make sure you go check them out for a more in-depth look at each place and really get to know it before you go. While India can be an overwhelming and exhausting country sometimes, the amazing experiences you'll have here, the culture, the people, the food, and just the immense atmosphere is totally unique and makes it all worth it. It really is a place like no other. Next week, we're diving right into lockdown life as we arrive back in England for the first time in nearly 2 years. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and as always, thanks a million for tuning in. See you next Sunday.